jet, advance. Talking cars, you know the rest. Super sharp wrists, they collect. The rarest cars, you gotta respect. SSP cars we got. Chris and Jack, car collecting crew. Talking SSPs just on you. Thursday's a spot. SSP cars we got. Chris and Jack,
Okay.
advance.
I'm good.
Talking cars, you know the rest. Super sharp wrists, they collect. The rarest cars, you gotta respect. Thursday's the spot. SSP cars we got. Chris and Jack, car collecting crew. Talking SSPs just on you. Thursday's the spot.
All right, there he is. Two separate coasts, but we're here.
It's been a day. It's been a day. I found this hickory smoked Jack Daniel's Tennessee Tasters like buried in a drawer at my parents' place. It's not theirs. I don't know who's drinking hooch on the side, but God bless them.
Just randomly in a drawer there.
Yeah.
Oh man. Welcome to Blabbin About Slabbin', everybody.
Yes, I love it.
Thanks for joining us. It is SSP Thursday, which is always a special day on the Instagram community. Carlisle says, must have been a tough day. Looks like your mustaches fell off. They did. Yeah.
They did.
Mustaches.
I think Jeff's was almost torn off by his wife and daughter, I think.
Although it's funny because then my daughter, she got up the next day and she's like, grow it back. So,
Yeah, I haven't, no one's told me that in my house yet, Jeff.
all right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Chris, do you have any stories to tell us before we get started talking about these super short prints that we've seen?
I've been here for like 36 hours, Jeff. I've aged about 6 years. I want to say thank you guys for joining us tonight. I see a lot of names in the chat there whose cards we've pulled up to talk about. So I'm excited about that. I arrived like yesterday. I grabbed I have 3 Heritage Blasters from Barnes & Noble to open with my dad. When I got in, we went right to the bar, a couple of Scotch Sours, 3 Heritage Blasters. I'm going to show you the best card we got. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
And it wasn't close.
All right. Look at that.
This is a base Jackson Cherry card. A pretty horrific opening rip for my time down here. But
Opening rip. That implies there's more rips.
Yes. So today, when I see my parents, my mom's number one thing she likes to do is go to Kohl's, which is like it's like a Marshall's, a TJ Maxx, maybe, I don't know, slightly better.
From Wisconsin. Yes.
Yeah. So she absolutely loves it. We get the wheelchair and we go through every single aisle. We look at every item in the store and it's just like, I get it. It's like you and I at a card show, basically, Jeff.
All right. Kohl's is like a card show. Yeah, I get that.
So on the way back, we stopped at, oh goodness, Charlotte Sports Collectibles, which is my go-to spot down here.
Yeah.
So we grabbed his only 2 Heritage high number hobbies. Mad City Brew. It's just a base. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we grabbed 2. I gotta move that light. That glare that's gonna cause my head to explode. But anyway, grab 2 Heritage high number boxes. We opened the first one tonight, and it was a term I honestly didn't know. It was a hot box. So we were knee deep in purple refractors.
So does that mean, wow, 1 per pack? Is that how it works?
One per pack. Oh, yeah. So, as you can imagine, short checklist, it's got to just be full of the hits, right? So here we go. Riley Adams. Randy Rodriguez.
Who?
Oswaldo Cabrera. One of those MVP cards. A Sparky Anderson. Nico Horner. I won't bore you guys with everybody. Here's a player I never knew existed until pulled his card. Rafael Iglesias, who unfortunately has stopped being able to prevent home runs from happening. We got an O'Neal Cruz, but not a rookie. But that one's okay. My dad pulled not 1, not 2, but 3 Milwaukee Brewers, Jeff.
Oh, 3 Brewers.
How many Brewers can be in high number? Not Churio, though.
I don't see a Churio there.
We're all okay. I thought this was just going to be for naught. A hot box would be a complete waste. But alas, check this guy out. We got an Acuna highlight, holding the base.
Yeah, holding the base. Slightly out of frame.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
We'll take that. Then, all right, so here are the 2 best cards we got. I'm excited. This is actually, it turned out to be the best box I've opened with my dad in almost 3 years of them living in this building.
Really? Uh-oh.
Yeah. So this is kind of exciting. So here we go. The second best card is a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. black.
Oh, a black.
Yeah.
Nice.
First time I've ever pulled one of these black refractors. They look awesome. I'm trying to find a good angle for it.
What are they out of? 76, right?
75.
75. Okay.
So very cool that it was someone good. That was great. We also got, hold on. Yeah.
ATL Jeff Black says you don't have to be so mad about missing out on the super of that Acuna.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, goodness. So we got a relic, which is this Pete Alonso. But if you look at it, look how dirty that is.
Is that a dirty bat or a base?
I think it's just a patch, like a piece of probably his pants, if I'm being honest. But I'm just hoping it's the outside of the pants, Jeff.
Yeah, you'd hope.
But I like it. That shows he actually wore these. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not the worst relic. Then we actually got an auto with the relic. We never get both.
Who's that?
Yeah, this is a Brewers rookie named Brian Hudson, who Jeff has never heard of or seen before.
Yeah. Well, I've heard the name, but no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, I think you guys are pretty much spot on, Doc's cards and Chris C. Yeah, it definitely looks like a skid mark relic. But okay, so the third to last purple refractor that we got, I saw my dad's eyes light up, and he doesn't know that many names in the league, but he recognized the name, so that was a really good start. I think it might be the best purple refractor in the set.
Oh yeah, woo! And your dad recognized the name. Nice.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I know this guy. He's dating that Livy Dunn. I'm like, oh, Dad. That's not why you should. No, I'm kidding. He didn't know who that is. Got fingers crossed. But I was pretty excited. That's a first Paul Skeens card. We didn't pull a base Paul Skeens in 3 blasters and 1 hobby box. But we did get a purple. So that's great.
Nice. That's really good. That is a great box.
I mean, for a heritage box, it's pretty good.
What are they priced at over there?
170. Yeah, it got less good, didn't it? That didn't sound as great as it did a few minutes ago.
170. Before we go on, I wanted to give a shout out to, it sounds like we're missing a Bobby Witt game, home run, 22 game hitting streak, Chris C says, but let me see.
That's good. We got a couple Bobby Witt cards to talk about that people posted today.
Jay Skrill, I want to give a shout out. Good evening. I'm celebrating. Today was my last day in the Army after serving 30 years. That is awesome. So thank you for your service. Congratulations. I can't believe you're spending it with us.
Yeah, congratulations. If you're just looking for people to drink with, my friend, you're in the right place. We got you. A couple people have mentioned those Stadium Club boxes are already opened. My dad and I ripped those like last fall, I think. Sadly, if there was anything in there worth noting, trust me, I would have noted it. But they're just decorative now.
Just decor. Chris,
Mm-hmm.
With a little decor for his road
30
studio.
Years, Jeff. That's incredible.
Yeah, that is a lot. Yes, and getting a lot of shout outs as you should be in there. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So SSP Thursday, we saw a lot of great cards. It's been, I believe, 2 months since last I was able to join you for an SSP Thursday.
Yes, Jake has done an admirable job filling in, but you have been missed. I'm just checking to see.
Again, thanks for tuning in. Hi, Celeste, if you're watching.
All right, hold on. I'm just seeing the text you sent me, so I want to just check up on what you were saying. So give me a second.
Oh.
Make sure I got that one right. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay. Yeah, today was great. You know what I noticed? Did you notice any themes or anything? A lot of people posting similar stuff because I did.
Yeah, there was some themes. There were also a couple nice player runs. I like the. Well, I don't want to ruin any of the thunder we're going to show, but yeah, there was some great stuff.
There was good stuff. I have to say I was particularly annoyed because I was planning to post a card I recently acquired today, but 2 other people posted the same card and just swiped that thunder right from me, Jeff.
I didn't think there's that many of them out there.
I guess, sometimes you think you have something amazing, and then there's always, well, as Liam Neeson says, Jeff, there's always a bigger fish. I couldn't think of the character name.
Good Star Wars quote. Of course, Celeste is watching. Second graders don't need sleep.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ironically, we just put my parents to bed as well. It's a bit of fighting, actually.
Well, hence the few minutes late start.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's very similar. I don't have kids. You do. I've been around toddlers, and it seems like it's basically the same thing. Corralling my two parents who are in their 80s to go to bed it can't be that much different than having 2 toddlers. Doc's cards. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. He did. It took him a second to recognize him because, he's not on the Dodgers, but then he was like, oh, he calls him. He's like, oh, that's Tommy E. He gives like weird nicknames to the players that are only for him. Like he calls Will Smith Smitty, which turns into Smee, which really he starts to sound like Captain Hook after a couple scotches if we're watching a baseball game. But yeah, he enjoyed the Tommy Edman card. I had to show him that it was numbered out of 99, and he was like, "Oh, it's a rare one." So thank you very much for sending that over. He loved it.
Chris C with another alternate title for this episode, blabbing about napping.
You're not kidding.
Jacob said, I saw you on NCIS. Thank you for watching. Yeah, the finale of NCIS Origins was this week. A lot of drama there. So if you haven't caught up, please do so. It's a great show. Fun to be on.
Oh, and Benor14, thank you. It is still a cool Aaron Judge card. And I appreciate that. Said the man who traded it to me. But yes. ATL Jeff Black. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I just
it's insane. Like my mom is 82 years old, Jeff, and she doesn't move quickly or often. But should someone else need to get somewhere, my mom will get to that spot. Like just before the other person is trying to get there, she'll somehow move faster and like more deftly than she's moved in decades and just get right in the way. It is uncanny. But yeah, I still love her.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I didn't mean to get here. Like, but anyway, ATL Jeff Black, to answer your question, awesome Freeman's today, by the way. I try to go once a year. My wife and I are planning to go at the end of May. We will be there for the Red Sox series. If you guys saw the highlight of that gentleman, I believe it was a guy, Jeff, at the Pirates game, who just tumbled out of the front row of the right field seats that are there. It's a really scary video to watch. So brace yourself because it's crazy to watch a person fall like 25 feet. But
Yeah,
Ethan and I will be in those seats with my wife and our buddy, and let's just hope Acuna doesn't hit a ball that I have to reach over the wall to catch, Jeff, because I might be taking a similar fall.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, nice.
Patrick is going to be at the game with Dale Murphy on Sunday.
That is very cool. Sports guy Corey, this is funny. He didn't have his thumb on the auto, but he pulled the auto, and it didn't register as anything different. So I showed him like every other card in the pack, and they all have like, well, the purple ones. You can see they all have like these facsimile autos. So I was like, Dad, this card is different. It was actually really funny to watch him try to figure out how that one auto is different than all the fake autos. And he's like, well, that one looks blue for some reason. And I was like, we're getting there. And then he's like, oh, and then he got really excited. But if it's not a Dodger card, honestly, or like Paul Skeens, essentially glosses right over it. Dude, with Dale Murphy, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Jacob Goudreau, you're not kidding. There's a lot of fiddling with doors and locks, and you don't mean it this way, but my parents actually, they did a lot of traveling in their like 60s and 70s, and they started collecting locks from places. So when you say fiddling with doors and locks, you don't even understand how there are locks like on every piece of furniture my parents own. My mom will just pick one up and start fussing with it. And invariably she'll like lock it around her bracelet or something. And then we got that to deal with.
Well, I think locks. Yeah, there's a point in your life at the beginning when you shouldn't be around places that are locked, and towards the end and in the middle, you can be around there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of words you could put in place of locks. And yeah, Doc's cards, you're right. If you guys have seen that play, it's like a ground ball when the guy goes tumbling over the side. And I don't think anyone even noticed on the field, but it is crazy to see that happen, like in the background. It's nuts.
Yeah. I heard the guy's in critical condition, skull fracture. I hope he's okay.
Oh Lord. I mean, that's just really, it's scary. It's yeah. Don't lean over for balls. Don't lean over for autographs. Yeah. Ay.
Another Dale Murphy sighting by Cardboard Showcase lives about 5 minutes away from me here in Utah.
Cardboard Showcase. Shoot me a message. Remind me. My wife and I are currently looking at Welsh Corgi breeders. I don't necessarily, we weren't hunting for a purebred dog, but Instagram was a rabbit hole, Jeff. And as you guys know, our dog recently passed away. So we are looking for a dog, and Corgi has been the breed we always wanted. And there's like 2 in Utah. So Cardboard Showcase, Mike, you got to let me know like where in Utah you are. Maybe I can sort of like, if we end up getting one of those dogs, I'd love to swing by and get eyes on the full Cardboard Showcase, Jeff. I feel like it'd be an amazing collection to see in person.
Yeah, you might have to bring sunglasses. It's going to be bright. Blinding, probably.
And he might need some security.
Yeah, that's true. Chris comes home with a bunch of new acquisitions.
Do you always travel around with an empty suitcase? Indeed, I do. Okay. All right. So, Jeff, is there anything you want to talk about before we start looking at some really cool?
No, let's get into it. I want to see what you pulled up.
Okay. All right. Let me do one thing first. I'm just going to throw the trivia link in here.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm thinking about it. And you guys should know question 10. Hold on. This is 100% true. Jeff knows better than anybody.
Come on over. Come on over.
Family dinner. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Going to need to sell an Ohtani auto. Yeah, Stadium Club Chrome. Yeah, we were hoping we could rescue one, but oddly enough, corgis don't need rescuing very often. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot of things. A lot of things have to fall right before we get there. Hey, Adam, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. That is the trivia question. Where is it? I'll have to get it. At Charlotte. Is that right? Yeah, at Charlotte Sports Collectibles, they also had 1987 rack packs.
Oh, yeah.
So the winner tonight will take home a fresh, unopened 1987 Topps rack pack. It's all I can do not to already open them. I want to rip these things so bad.
Yeah, Chris is not very good with wax, so that's pretty impressive that you managed to hold off.
Yeah, so I grabbed a couple of those. So the winner, we'll show you each. The winner can choose which one they want. Okay, the link is in there. M. Parsons, keep sharing that one for me. Okay. All right, Jeff, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. By the way, just let me know. There's an episode of Law and Order still playing in the living room at a decibel level that I don't think TVs were meant to handle. So if you can hear it, I will run out there. And I didn't get a chance to turn it off.
I can't hear it, but if anybody in the comments is hearing some random law enforcement,
right? At least don't tell me who did it, because I'm waiting to find out after. Okay, so we're going to start the way we always start at SSP Thursday with Homer Dome cards, who always pulls out something incredible. It's either a card I've never seen or a card in a grade I've never seen. And in this particular case, this Ichiro pitching, it's a card in a higher grade than I've ever seen, Jeff.
Yeah, this was one of the first ones I saw today and said, it is going to be a good day. We've talked about cards of pitchers batting, SSPs of pitchers batting, and of players pitching, like that Pujols most recently. But this is incredible.
Yeah, this one was really cool. And Cody Hilton says he lives about 20 minutes north of Charlotte. And yeah, I like that store a lot. I've been there a few times, and the people are really friendly, and they've got good stuff. A lot of Tatis stuff today, Jeff, which I was kind of impressed by.
Well, he's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I think the current front runner for NL MVP. Sorry, Corbin Carroll and Pete Alonso.
Matt Olson.
Yeah, let's just let that silence just wash over me. God, I feel like such an idiot. But to be fair, I had been drinking. The battery, you are right. Opening day has some incredible images on stuff. Like Ichiro did throw in some games. We know he can still pitch. What was his opening day first pitch clocked at this year, Jeff? It was like 84 or something.
It was crazy. He just went out there and rifled it. No warm-ups, just yeah.
Yeah, this card is awesome. I forget he played. I wish he was with the Mariners, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
A nice horizontal shot of him pitching. This is really cool. I've only seen one of these be for sale on eBay, and I believe it just ended. I don't think it ever finished. I think the seller just ended it. So Homer Dome again, awesome card. Okay. I'm getting some really good Law and Order references in the comments, which I appreciate.
We're also SFO Sox fan mentioned he noticed a few Torkelson SSPs seeing the light of day again. That was fun to see.
Yes, yeah, cool Stadium Club one, the update one with Cabrera. Yeah, there was some really good Torkelson, but Torkelson wasn't the most frequently shared card that I saw today. And Chris C, we need this so bad. We need the Ohtani. There it is. We need the Ohtani decoy SSP real bad. It was made for Stadium Club. Hopefully we get it. I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Sorry. Adam, I think the word sad gets thrown around a lot, but I'm not sure it qualifies here.
Sad for me, but
yeah. Sad for John. Yeah, my wife was also not particularly upset. I mean, he's just a horrific. He's just not a good baseball player. It stinks. It stinks. Okay, sorry. All right, Jeff. I thought the player I saw the most, and you tell me if you agree or disagree, but I think it was this guy.
It was absolutely. Yeah, and that's one of my favorites.
This card is fantastic. It comes from KC Cards on IG. The second year, amazingly, despite all the Judge cards Topps made in 2017, like in Transcendent, he has like 65 1-of-1s or something ridiculous, Jeff. But no Stadium Club SP, which is too bad. But second year, we get this one, which is awesome. Guy's got some big hands.
Yeah, just the cool angle of the bat. I mean, the bat takes up a good half of the image, and as it should. I mean, that's his primary weapon. That's what he's known for, not like his Topps Chrome rookie where he's jumping in the stands.
Right. I mean, imagine if this were Volpe this year. I mean, his the torpedo bat would take up all the card. We wouldn't even see Volpe.
Torpedo shape.
Hold on. I need to acknowledge this. Hold on. This slipped by, but I have to get to it. So we talked about Kelnick going to AAA.
Yeah.
Tomahawk cards. Is there a good baseball player with a worse approach at the plate than Ozzie Albies? I feel like he just walks up there and he's like, I'm swinging at the first and third pitch. I don't care where they are, and I'm going to pull them. And like, that's it. That's the approach. And whatever gets thrown, that's what he's doing. It's brutal, Jeff.
Why doesn't he change? Why doesn't he make some adjustments? I don't get it.
Yeah, Corey Jean, that's my go-to. It's gotten me into, but also out of quite a bit of trouble. I have to say. Actually, I might be backwards. But yeah, Albies is brutal to watch right now. But we say this, and then suddenly a hot streak. Yeah. Oh my God. I think the defense, you just need a first baseman and a right fielder, and he'll get himself out every single time. It's nuts. But yeah.
Well, maybe we just need to talk about him. For those of you who didn't see, we posted a video today on Blabbin on the channel about players we were worried about with their slow starts, and a couple of them have already been doing well. I think since within 18 hours of us recording that video, Betts had 4 hits and 6 RBIs. Yeah,
so I mean that's all it took.
Maybe just got to talk about it.
Yeah, Jordan did not score his 8th run of the season, though, Jeff. That has still not happened. And guys, it's May. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Let me. Yeah, Ozzy's a pop-up problem. Hold on. Pop-up. Yeah, Doc's cards, and that's actually funny. Like Hank Aaron said, keep swinging. That's monogrammed into the jersey that I'm wearing. But I mean, it doesn't mean that's Ozzy Albies. That has to be his full-on approach. Like, what I would love to see him do, and I hate to agree with my wife when it comes to baseball strategy, I would love for him to learn how to bunt the ball to third base. Because so many times, Jeff, the third baseman just plays back and over to short because they know he can't hit the ball over there.
Right.
Jacob Edwards, you're not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. Okay. All right. So I do love this Aaron Judge from KC Cards IG, but I don't think that's his best Stadium Club image variation, Jeff. That card is absolutely this beauty from AB8 Hobbies, who I believe is still in the chat. This card is just an absolute stunning baseball card.
Yeah, that's a great shot. He's been blessed with a lot of great shots. Yeah, that's a great swing.
I think 2020 or whenever this was taken, this is pre the veneers, so it's framed properly. All of our benefits, including his own
perspective.
The one thing I wish, Jeff, in 2020 they made those wide vision cards in the retail boxes, and then they also had box toppers that were even bigger. I wish we had this card in a box topper or in one of those like wide visions, because it would look so good with an auto.
Yeah, that would just be asking for an auto.
Yeah, you begging for it.
Over pen. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I did a top 5 Aaron Judge images, and this was either 1 or 2. I forget which one Jake and I decided on. But I love this card. This is phenomenal. It gives off the same kind of vibes as that the Ohtani 2020 Chrome one.
Mm-hmm. It does. Corey makes a good point here, although we've seen some good players have some pretty terrible SSPs.
Yeah, Judge's Chrome SSP from last year is one of the worst baseball cards I've ever seen. I know that our buddy Jake had to buy one, but he puts it face down in a box he keeps the run going, but he won't look at it. All right, I see still there's a lot of bashing of Ozzy Albies in the comments, which I am kind of enjoying.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, Stadium Club Chrome, you're right. People were like, that's the most team-friendly contract in history. He's going to hate it. You know, listen, he's able to buy all the fish and rescue all the dogs that he wants to. So I think he's doing okay. And I don't know. On the open market, I'm not sure how much more he's going to get.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, John, you could tattoo that on my forehead.
Oh boy. Somebody's asking about Jackson Merrill. Yeah, he's still out. I don't know what his deal is. Hamstrings can be tough.
Yeah, they sure can, especially when you hurt them just throwing a ball. They're casually playing catch in the outfield like Strider did.
JG Wynn, actually, once we posted, Jordan got hurt that same day. Played the next day, but then was off again yesterday. Did he play today? Did the Astros play today?
I don't think the Astros played today.
Okay. So
I'm not 100% sure.
Getting a couple more days off. Yeah, we'll see how he does this weekend.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Tomahawk Cards kind of piping in for every Braves fan who might be with us. Yeah, 1 game under 500. All they have to do, Jeff, is beat a team who's off to the worst start in Major League history, and their pitcher on the mound has given up more home runs than anyone else in baseball, and they're in Colorado. And they scored 1 run and lost. Unreal.
Yeah, we finally get a decent outing out of Chris Sale, and no win to show for it.
Mike, 1981. I don't know, Jeff, and I don't have any Dylan Cruz. I know he was really pumped up. I love his teammate, though. I'm a big Wood fan.
Wood
is good.
Yeah, Cruz had that one big game, right?
Yeah, in Colorado, I think he hit 2 bombs,
with
which is more than the Braves, by the way. The Braves in 3 games in Colorado, Jeff, they hit 0 home runs as a team.
Yeah, that's what you thought they need to get the offense going, and it's not.
That's totally fine. Austin Riley, some of my Braves fans friends who may be still with us or may not. Austin Riley struck out 41 times in April.
Is that true?
41 times in April.
That's got to be even more than Churio.
That's more than Tony Gwynn struck out in any season of his career. He might have struck out more than Devers. Someone look that up for me. Is that true?
Would that have been possible after Devers struck out 15 of his first, 20 at-bats?
Yeah, but then he hit like 9. Well, not 9. But he's been a doubles machine since then.
All right, okay. Churio's only got 32 strikeouts, so it is more than Churio.
I know Riley's usually good. He only strikes out with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. But so that has not happened 41 times. But that's an absurd amount of strikeouts. Donnie, I appreciate this, buddy, but those days, unfortunately, 10 years ago, maybe I put more balls in play. Not today.
Quick Jose Ramirez love became the first third baseman to have 250 homers and 250 stolen bases, and only the 7th player to do that with one team. Yep, he just doesn't get enough Javi love. Great player.
Yeah, he's just a really, really good baseball player. Wow, there we go. Thank you, Corey Jean. That should put third base into some perspective. Yeah, Adam. Yes. Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know. We'll discuss it next month when you post it. But is this image better than the Harper, Jeff? That's got the Phillies logo behind him. I don't know. I kind of like this one better. But I get.
Yeah, I guess I like this one a little better because of the game action, but I can't quibble with that.
No, I can't. If it were Acuna and it said Braves behind him like that, and he was the B, I mean,
yeah.
We know who it is. 24th ever to do it. Period. Congrats, Jose Ramirez. Do you guys in the comments? I know how Jeff and I feel. Do you think there will be a moment where people are like, "Holy shit, Jose Ramirez is really, really good"? Sorry, Celeste, and we should be buying more of his cards, and the prices just start to reflect the ability, or is it people are just going to buy more Judge and Ohtani at this point?
Yeah, let us know what you think about that.
Yeah, please do. And battery, yes, 100%. I don't.
But surprisingly, I mean, that's when Tony Gwynn had he was about half the Tony Gwynn he became too. You might say.
That's very true. Yeah, his glutes then were just muscular. They got bigger, but not better.
I mean, he was a Division I point guard in basketball as well. So right around that time, he came in quite good condition.
Yeah, he used to steal bases a lot, Jeff.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to stay on the Judge train for another minute, just because I want to talk about this card because I really like it.
Yes, saw a couple of those today.
Yes, we did. So this is the card that I was all excited to post, and then everyone, like 2 people posted it, I think in a 10, and 1 person posted a raw. I'm like, all right, well, I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah, let me try to steal your thunder.
Well, that's okay. It's an awesome card with a lot of thunder, so it's okay. I like this a lot. I think because he's number 99, this has a little extra special kind of oomph to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and Chris, I have to tell you this. Now that I'm around Little League players, you'd be surprised how many kids want to wear 99, even out here in LA. Just solely because of Judge.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Gretzky or Strider. Come on, don't tease me like that. Yeah, it's a cool number. It really is.
Strider 99? I had no idea.
It's a cool number.
I haven't seen him on the mound too much, so I can't.
Oh, wow. Just go ahead and twist that knife a little bit. Yeah. That's fine. I think if you're a Yankee and you're in their minor league system, this is brilliant because all their retired numbers are low, right? Like there's no single digits you can go after. So he was like, the hell with it. Give me the highest one possible.
Yeah.
So that's going to look awesome in Monument Park next to all the little ones.
Yeah. Little John says 99 Wild Thing. Little Rick Vaughn. Strider catching strays. Well, hopefully he's catching balls soon back on that mound because he's killing my fantasy teams.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have 3 teams. They all have Strider, and I think we all know they're not doing great.
No.
Hold
on. All right. While you're looking, Eloy, thanks to you guys, I finally bought a Topps Black out of 10. It was an F1 Lando Norris, but I'm now in the club. Hey, there's room for F1 fans here.
Sure. Yeah, you'll have to explain if you post it and tag us, you'll have to explain why it's an SSP, but we'll happily share it.
Yeah.
As long as the explanation makes sense, like that Steph Curry card I saw today. I thought it was kind of funny. I had Teapot messaging me right away trying to explain, what that card was, what set it was from, why it matters.
Yeah. Thanks, Raptor.
Okay, Sam Hill, who, by the way, if that is your real name, that's awesome. If it's not, that's great too. My dad uses your name as a profanity sometimes.
I think it's very popular among the septuagenarians and octogenarians.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the cool thing about Jose Ramirez is the lack of a Bowman Chrome auto. So those rookie autos, I think Topps Chrome and Finest are even kind of cooler and more special. I almost said specialer. But his auto also stinks. Like we've seen those Heritage autos in 2014, Jeff, where I don't know. The letters are really far apart. There's a lot of weird dashes.
Yeah, but they're also code.
Yeah. But yeah, it's anytime there's a limited number of cards for all the demand to get funneled to, that's great.
Sam says it is my name. Never gets old, although I hear it much less the older I get. You just have to hang around with some parents.
Yeah, you'll hear it. Give it 20 more years, and then you'll start hearing it a lot.
Good call, Stadium Club Chrome. Manny did wear 99. Yeah, he when he was a Dodger, he kind of just was a little bit of a maverick. I don't think any of the kids out here know who Manny Ramirez is.
Probably not. Sports guy Corey, I'm going to assume this is a joke, and it's a good one. Yeah, only the Orioles.
You and the Orioles are the only two organizations on earth who would do that.
Right. Yeah, John agrees that the Jose Ramirez auto is just very questionable. It's hard to it was one I would never grade if you're an auto grader. Jeff and I don't really grade autos that often, but if you were into that, how would you? It's hard to really grade a Jose Ramirez auto.
Yeah, and as for his collectability, I know our friend from Spitball and Scotty B, a couple of years ago was a big fan and proponent of Jose Ramirez cards, but they just didn't seem to move, and I think he got tired of them waiting to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that is that can be frustrating. All right. So from Aaron Judge cards, which we saw quite a few of today, I think the other thing we saw a lot of was, to me, I saw a lot of Stadium Club, Jeff.
Yes. Yeah, I think Stadium Club is starting to enter a little bit more of the mainstream, maybe.
It's interesting when we do on these SSP Thursdays, there's always like clusters of stuff. Like 2 months ago, it was all opening day. I feel like 65% of what we saw was opening day, and like 30% of that was Buster Posey. So it's interesting how it sort of goes in waves, what people are collecting or what they think to take a picture of and post.
Yeah.
But I love, this is a guy that Jeff and I have two of his cards, and this is one of the best ones that I think is one we might start looking for. This comes from Jorge's Cards.
Yeah.
It's Jose Fernandez bunting.
Yeah, this one stood out to me for sure. Another example of a player doing something they don't usually do. So you don't get pictures of this, and now you never get pictures of this anymore. But Jose Fernandez has a lot of great SSPs. Usually he's interacting with someone or something else, but here he's batting. It's great.
Yeah. I want to just go back here. Chris, whose last name I won't try to pronounce. You're not wrong. And yes, I will take a Jose. You're right about it. It has been consistent, and I'll take his auto over any Jackson Merrills that we have seen over the last 12 months for sure. You are correct. I love this Jose Ramirez card. Jose
smiling. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, this dude loved baseball.
He did.
As much or more than almost anyone else playing at the time, his very brief time playing. He is bunting in a game. And look at it. He's just having like a time of his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate to use the phrase anti-Anthony Rendon, but this card sort of, I think Jose Fernandez was like the anti-Anthony Rendon. He was just excited to get to the ballpark and play baseball.
Just love being on the field. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, Unier. He was quite a hitter. I almost wonder if he's the type of guy who would have looked at the success and acclaim that Ohtani was getting and if he had been young around that same time, he might have tried to do both.
Maybe. Hobby Champs. I love this card. Aaron Judge's flagship SSP is phenomenal. I think it's one of his best images. He's kind of silently in the dugout, bat under his arm.
Congrats on having 2, by the way.
What's that?
Congrats on having 2. That's crazy. 2
PSA 9s. That's awesome. Yeah, congrats on that. Yeah, I think the PSA 10 pop is like 13. So I have 9, nothing wrong with that. Hang on to those. Or the beauty of having 2 of those cards, Jeff, is when he hits 427 for a month, you can sell one probably for a nice little profit and not feel too bad about it.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Rally Mantis, exactly right. All right, hold on.
Zambrano, random Carlos Zambrano mentioned, he killed the Brewers when he was a pitcher. He also had a lot of rage fits on the mound.
He did. He also gave up a fantastic opening at bat home run to Jason Hayward, which, we all remember. Baseball card Brett with an excellent question. If Kyle Tucker signs an extension, if he essentially is a lifelong Cubby at that point, like if he signs like 8 years, people will forget he was ever on the Astros. And I think it will definitely help his value.
Yeah, and especially if he leads them to some modicum of success, which they haven't had lately. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, some people in the comments saying that, he was hurt. I think he was definitely hurt by people hating the Astros, even though he had nothing to do with that scandal whatsoever. It definitely, same thing with Jordan. I think it holds their hobbies down.
Yeah, they're under that cloud for sure. Yep.
Oh,
Tomahawk was at that game.
That was so cool. We had no idea at that moment. If you had told me right after he hit that home run that was like 2010s. 11 years later, Freddie Freeman would be like the franchise Brave player and Jason Hayward would be a below average major league hitter. I don't think I believe you. But that's where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he does stay with the Cubs. I mean, when you look at big market teams, I guess. He's a lefty, and the Yankees could always use a left-handed bat, right?
Brewers Cubbies starting tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, SFO Sox fan brings up an interesting point. This reminds me of our group chat today, Chris. Did you notice that Teapot, aka Tyler, aka Raptor, was showing us? Did you lose me? Are we stuck? Are we stuck? Or am I stuck? All right. Can anyone hear me? Okay. You guys can hear me. Is Chris stuck? Chris' eyebrow. Oh, it's back.
All right,
okay.
I'm back.
All right. I think he's just being really still. Okay.
Was that just me? Was I the only one freezing right there?
I guess so. According to the chat, I just felt frozen because I wasn't sure.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, on my screen, you were actually the one frozen, which is kind of funny.
I just saw you raising your eyebrow at me.
Okay, well, it seems to be back.
Okay, we seem to be back. I forgot.
Yeah, I think he's just being really still. I appreciate that. Thank you for thinking I have that level of like body control and concentration.
Oh, I was about to tell the story. That's what was going on. SFO Sox fans talking about all the families in Southie are going to name their kids Bregman if he continues what he's doing. He's been on fire. And our friend Ty was in a discussion with an Astros fan before the season and was proclaiming that the Astros fan said Bregman's always going to start slow. So come back to me when he's hitting 190 at the end of April. Tyler came back to him. He's not hitting 190.
Definitely not hitting 190. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I mean, he's in a perfect spot for that ballpark. Yeah, good swing, good swing for the ballpark. Yeah, sorry about the freezing. I will. Alan Forrest says I was in a temporary catatonic state. It's possible.
John says you entered the Matrix for 5 seconds, but I mean, hey, we're trying to do this on two sides.
Don't ask what I was doing.
Never know. Someone picks up the phone at Chris's house. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that would actually that's really funny. Right, I should probably just go turn the TV. During trivia, I'll go turn the TV off.
You think the TV is causing it?
It could be. Who knows? I don't know exactly how strong my parents' Wi-Fi is. Although actually I do because, well, I'm not gonna do it.
It's pretty strong. I think you got the updated high speed version.
Yeah, for sure. The Wi-Fi on my dad's phone is very strong. Abel in Vegas, I think you're right. If he his first Cubs card, if he signs there, will definitely be desirable. Like we've seen Ohtani's, that chrome of him coming out with the fireworks or sparklers, like that thing just almost sold for $2K in a PSA 10. So yeah, absolutely. Yep. That Frozen Fractor Royale, that's funny. The video right now, totally knows where he went. Jacob Edwards. Yeah, I mean, I'm just pedaling, trying to keep things going. You
see the lights flickering behind Chris.
Yeah, we may have to choose full lighting or the sound of my voice. Oh boy. Okay, one more Stadium Club card I want to talk about.
Yeah,
I think. Yes. Okay. This one comes from Jared's Cards, and this dude's on fire, Jeff.
Hey, I didn't even see this one. I remember when this first came out, and we always talked about it because of the way it's framed. It makes him look very short, I guess you might say. Just as a funny pose. Looks like his legs are very short, and he's got the top half of a regular size Corbin Carroll.
I think we're strong enough to handle this maturely. He looks like a little person. He very much looks like if you just look at his face, he looks like he's standing up because of the way his leg is. And it's a hilarious card because he's only like 5'9" to begin with.
Yes, he's
so you
very
have to
small.
wonder if Topps was sort of trolling him a little bit when they chose this picture. Maybe, I don't know, but it's a cool little card. Oh, I said little. It's a cool card. It's a cool card. I kind of wish it came with autos, but I really don't know if he'd want to sign them.
Yeah, Carlisle says this is kind of what AI looks like when they're like, okay, yeah, just make him doing something, just make him act natural. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a name you can get behind, Chris.
28 relics. Yes, that is. Yeah, that's perfect. That is exactly what it is. I know he's not known for his arm strength, Jeff, and the way he's kind of thrown this ball here, it sort of encapsulates that a little bit.
Yeah, this kind of is reminiscent of the Drake first pitch throw, which has been going around again. And Drake being interviewed, yeah, it was good. Played a little ball when I was young, and then he comes out and throws the ball, and it's not good.
Oh, those are the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
When someone's overconfident. Bilbo Shaggins, because he's in the outfield. I don't know. People can come up with better names than that. John, he is throwing from his knees. That's exactly what he's doing. That's why it looks like that. It's a really weird. It's weird, but there's a lot of weird. This was 2023 Stadium Club, Jeff. There's some very strange photo choices in this set.
Here's an allusion to a movie from our youth. Mark, good call on that one. And
with the javelin that is specifically designed for his unique throwing motion, I believe is the line. Something to that effect. Just fantastic.
All Dallas says he's throwing the one ring here.
Oh, there you go. Wow. If only. Maybe he's just waiting for an eagle to come pick him up, but it's not going to happen. Oh, 7 Costanza. You're a day late, but hey, buddy, if it's a really cool card, it's worth waiting, a month or so for next month.
Yeah.
Pain is. Yes, but Mark, the limp-wristed throwing style. I think that was the phrase for Lamar that I forgot there. Yeah, that just makes me want to go back and watch that whole scene where they do the battle of the fraternities at the end. But anyway,
well, maybe we should have a spitball and screening.
Yeah, I don't know that movie. I don't know. Not really.
Not appropriate. Sports guy Corey, you're still better than the awkward headshot he has on his base rookie card. Yes, that's also an interesting photo choice.
Yeah.
But to your original point, though, Chris, he is on fire. And
yes,
if Tatis is the front runner, Corbin Carroll has to be getting up there, too, for possible MVP odds.
Yes. Okay. What do we got next? All right. Next up, Cardboard Showcase. If you're still with us, he told me he had this card. I didn't believe him. I should always believe Cardboard Showcase. This is
what specifically couldn't you believe about this?
That he had this in a PSA 10.
Yeah, the 10, right?
This has been a pop 2, I think, like since early 2021. Yeah. These are impossible to gem. That bottom right and top left corners are always a nightmare. I picked up a 9 of this at the Burbank show, and I was really excited. And as always, Jeff, my excitement with a card usually runs into the brick wall that is Cardboard Showcase's collection. And he tells me, he's like, oh, I picked up a 10. And I was like, there's no way you have one of the two. He didn't confirm or deny, but here it is. And what an I love this card.
Such a great card. Another back of the jersey card like the Judge was. Yeah, there's just something about it. You see the name and number on the back. You see that he's celebrating. I love that they chose the horizontal. It's a great all-around card. And for it to be so condition sensitive and for Mike to have one, it's pretty impressive. Of the two is still two.
So far, it's still two. He did tell me that he has two other raws at PSA. So
he could double the population.
If he doubles the pop, at least I feel like maybe he'd be kind enough to allow me.
You'd have a chance.
We'll see. I wouldn't lie. Of course not. But okay, hold on. Yes, John Mayer, that is exactly the scene. It's funny at the time, and it's funny when you're a kid, and when you watch it as an adult, you're like, Okay, Doc's Cards talks about this, and I want to go grab his post. Okay, here it is right here. We're going to jump to this one. Speaking of 2020, yes, jumping over here. I'll just jump the line a little bit. Doc's Cards went down a rabbit hole of closer entrances today. And Mariano's is the best by a mile. Like, there's no beating Enter Sandman. And what they did with the lights at Yankee Stadium was incredible.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're a batter coming up in that inning, especially if you're leading off, or whenever he would come out, yeah, that would be tough.
Hold on, I just want to hear this. I just want to show this real quick. John, be quiet, okay? No one. I don't want to hear that. And someone's saying Mo glutes. Yeah, like they would like drop the lights, the sound would come on. So, but I could also see as the batter, Jeff, you'd have to come up with like the mentality that it's for you, like that's all about you leading off the inning. That's
some strong mental games to play with yourself. You can do it.
Luckily, as we know, Jeff, Americans, we're very good at denial. So I feel like a lot of
looking around, everybody's on their feet. It's for you. Yes.
Oh, all right. I didn't realize these Yankee fans like the Orioles this much. And then he comes in and saws you off 3 times and, the game's over. Yeah, I appreciate this. He looked this up. This is from the end of the 98 World Series. Is this more of a hamstring card than a glutes card, don't you think, Jeff?
For sure. And Mo is not one who was known for his glutes, I would think.
No.
He managed to do just fine without the Strider glutes. 28 Relics recognizes this particular excitement. It's me after hitting $5 at a scratch off.
That was me today after pulling a purple refractor. My dad pulled that purple refractor of the Acuna, a $7 card, and I was pumped.
Yes, and for our younger audience, if there are any out there, maybe Celeste, that's not a Jackie Robinson card. He was one of the last players to be allowed to wear number 42, and I believe he was the last, wasn't he, Chris? Then he got to wear it, and I think he was the longest tenured 42.
Yes, absolutely. John corrected his previous message. Cardboard Showcase, if you're watching along, there you go. He's just giving out quality advice.
And investment, pricing advice. That's great.
Dr. Doja, if you're a Padre fan, there was 15 years, give or take, of Trevor Hoffman coming into that like dong, like very cool, but it's not quite the same. I don't know. I never. I don't. We don't have to argue about what closer was better. It is cool. If you're a Padre fan, that's awesome. I remember when Billy Wagner signed with the Mets, Jeff. No one had ever noticed that Billy Wagner also used Enter Sandman.
Are you kidding? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so he started using it with the Mets, and people in New York just went nuts. They're like, how could the Mets rip off? They're trying to rip off Rivera, blah blah. But like Wagner used it in Houston, but no one cared as much.
No,
it was a really big deal in New York for a brief period of time.
Yeah. Thanks, M. Parsons, for throwing up that link. We'll probably get to trivia in about 10 minutes or so. So make sure you get in there to win that 87 rack pack. Maybe are you going to be able to show it, Chris, so we can see what players are on there?
Yes, it is just I will have to go out the door to be deafened by Law and Order.
You might not come back.
Yeah, I'll have to unmute. Yeah.
Canes Lance, congratulations on this pickup, 2025 flagship Tokyo series. I hope you're ripping it because it'd be fun to know if you get any big hits out of that.
By the Cardboard Showcase, dropping some knowledge on us here because, of course, why would Topps not make things confusing? So Rivera actually has 2 different back of jersey SSPs. That is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Abel in Vegas looking for the... That's the thing I've also noticed, Jeff, is when they have these, when they do themes, like in 2018, we get the hand up or on base, like something with the hands usually. 2020, we have the back of jerseys. It pulls up like the value of the lesser players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, again, we learned Cody Bellinger, right? That had one of the best Aprils of all time.
Yes. Yeah.
But
the 3-war April.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. All right. Great question from the battery, as usual.
So what is this regarding? They signed Craig Kimbrell. What's going on?
He's in Gwinnett, yeah, and he's pitched. He's thrown like 5 or 6 innings already. So yeah, I agree with Jay Marble. I think it's inevitable. He will absolutely come up and pitch at some point.
Has he been effective?
In AAA, sure.
Okay, well, that's something.
It is something. It is something. But I mean, again, we all looked at Jared Kelnick's AAA numbers as well. But yeah, I assume he'll come up and he'll get a standing ovation the first like 3 or 4 times he pitches in Truist. But probably not the 5th time, Jeff. If there is a 5th. But
fastball 92. Interesting. All right.
Well, he's not known for his location.
Yeah.
So that's problematic.
Or his movement?
Yeah. Not as problematic as that scene from Revenge of the Nerds, but pretty problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got 36 people in trivia. Hop in there. Before we start that, I will have to explain the first 3 questions because I'm trying a new thing. And I just want to make sure everyone understands what those questions are. And Jeff's son contributed a question for us as well.
Yes, while you're saying that, I do have to say I appreciate all the messages I got after last week wishing my son a happy birthday. He got the Cheerio black and white card, and he loved it. So he and I each have one. It's very cool. And he also got a book of trivia, which, as promised, we're throwing 1 question from there into our trivia.
That's right. SFO Sox fan, fantastic. Yeah. Kimbrell took 5 years off my life working his way through the 2018 playoffs with the Red Sox. That team was one of the best teams of the last like 15, 20 years. And he was on it. But man, I remember, I think it was the Yankee series. Was it Gary Sanchez, SFO Sox fan? Like the last out of that series was launched like to the track in left center. And I think it was Gary Sanchez that hit it. DJ Blue Devil.
We got a couple people asking. Yeah, 28 Relics, DJ Blue Devil. Thank you guys for wanting to join the trivia. Chris will put a link.
I will try to put a link. Bear with me. Yeah, there we go. So there's a link in there. You just got to click on that.
John giving you a hard time about having to explain your.
That's an excellent point. I do like to make things more complicated, as you all know. Yeah, and I think it was Chris Sale closed out that World Series, Jeff. It wasn't even Kimbrell.
Was not?
Yeah, Jay Marble. That bullpen back then, there was some pure excitement. I think Johnny Ventures is still the only guy to have Tommy John surgery 3 times. Sometimes it's good to be known for something. Sometimes it isn't.
Verdugo's ears have been burning, fellas. Yeah. Team MVP, Alex Verdugo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Those all kind of run together. So, yeah, we're not going to finish all the SSP fire before we do trivia, Jeff.
That's good.
And I have a winner, an SSP Thursday winner. And for the first time in like months, it isn't Cardboard Showcase. Still a great card, but I can't declare him the winner. The last card I want to talk about is Clean Cards 5 here. And he wasn't the only one. Someone else posted this card too. And I believe I left the same GIF in their comments multiple times, as you can see on the right side of your screen there. God, this is just like, it's when Topps gets it right, when it's just perfect. This card's still selling at right around $300, Jeff. Over a month after release.
How rare is it?
I believe Chasing Majors put the print run around 150.
Okay.
Give or take, so pretty rare.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to see 2 of those today. In fact, we put one on our thumbnail in anticipation of the show. Speaking of show, there he is in the background.
Yeah. I mean,
Give
I would
a little
put this.
boost.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I would put this on every thumbnail. I mean, I don't know what's shinier, the trophy or the veneers.
Yeah, there's a lot of bright light being reflected off each.
Right?
One back to the other. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost going to cause an explosion.
Yeah, it's just a near perfect flagship baseball card. Yeah.
Go Sox fan. If you put Freeman and a trophy on, you're essentially going to get mentioned.
Oh yeah. It's hard to not mention it. And I will just let that Simpsons gif just roll on and on and on.
Oh,
they are great. Kershaw one is really cool. There's great Mookie Betts shots on what's it called, on Getty Images. So I'm hoping his series 2 gold mirror is going to be really good. Fingers crossed. We'll see.
We got a little dig here at this card from Carlisle. Prefers 2022 Topps Ultra Short Print.
So Jeff, again, I think Corey Jean, I'm going to go back to this again. I do drink, so details sometimes get fuzzy from our show. But so Carlisle Rude purchased the set of 5 on eBay. The set of 5 Braves Ultra SPs. The seller canceled the sale.
Correct.
Then I believe he had purchased them off eBay, but then the last I vaguely recall is that the seller had again backed out of the deal. So, Carlisle, are we saying that you have all 5 of these cards in hand? Please, just so I can sleep comfortably tonight for at least an hour or so, please let me know that this deal was consummated.
Yeah, that was quite the drama. That happened on the show, as I recall, too, the original purchase. Everybody's congratulating him, and then he had to inform us that, in fact, it didn't go through.
Yeah.
Or is this a different Freddie Freeman Ultra Short Print that he got his hands on?
I don't know. That was an absolute roller coaster, though, that particular night.
Yeah.
All 5 are in my possession, he says.
Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations. Yeah, sports guy Corey. When Chris appointed the image czar of Topps, he'll bring this to their attention that trophy cards much better than the press conference SPs.
There will be no more press conference cards, particularly press conference cards with airbrushed podiums, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just so strange.
Yeah,
John. I mean, it is what it is. It's a weird thing. We've all fallen victim to it, unfortunately. Peep says, I guess it's been consummated. I think so. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So before I think the remaining SSPs we want to talk about, including our winner, should we save them for post trivia?
Yeah, let's get to trivia.
Oh yeah, it's 10:07. All right. So yeah, J cards. We talk about this as well. They absolutely should do this. There's awesome Rangers ones from last year in 2024, including a really cool team shot. Okay, so real quick, when we do trivia, we'll start it in a minute. I just want you guys to know the first 3 questions, there's a theme there. You're going to get 4 players, okay? And you have to pick the one that did win an MVP. Is there a better way of explaining that, Jeff?
Nope, that's very clear. I think it was clear on the thing, but that.
Okay. I mean, listen, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little bit of oversight on Chris, or it might just be glutes and dog card SSPs.
Hey, well, let's see what happens with the secondary values before we say we don't want that. All right. Okay, DS. Sorry, I got hyped up with the Alabama's commencement. Is that the USS Alabama from Crimson Tide? Probably not. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start trivia.
Great movie. Great.
Yep.
Movie.
Everyone sign in if you want to sign in. I'm hitting the playback. We're going to start the countdown in 5 seconds. 4.
All right, we got to bring it up.
3. You're right. Thank you, Jeff. See, that's why we're a team. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
All right. You got to answer on here. For those of you who haven't played before, the sooner you answer, the more points you can get. But if you get it wrong, you get 0 points. So keep that in mind. All right. We're starting.
The countdown begins.
5 seconds. All right, everybody.
Get the prize.
Which one of these players won an MVP award? A, Jim Thome, B, Jason Giambi, C, Carlos Delgado, or D, Fred McGriff? Which one of these players won an MVP award? All very talented individuals, but only one of them won an MVP award. Oh, we got a pretty wide split. 30% went with Jason Giambi, and that is correct. Clean Cards 5, very quick on the draw, 83 points. Very good. All right. Which one of these players won an MVP award? A, Manny Ramirez, B, David Ortiz, C, Dustin Pedroia, or D, Wade Boggs? Again, all great players, but only one of them won an MVP award. Who was it? Okay, almost half of you went with Dustin Pedroia, and the little guy did. Yes, David Ortiz, a little salty that he could never win as a DH, and then Shohei Ohtani did. Clean Cards 5, 168, even quicker on the draw for question 2. Which one of these players won an MVP award? Craig Biggio, Derek Jeter, Chase Utley, or Joe Mauer? Going back a little bit, all of these guys were stars in the early 2010s, but only one of them, or 2000s, only one of them won an MVP award. Okay, we get a little split. 60%, though, go with Joe Mauer, and that is correct. Clean Cards 5 is cleaning up with these MVP.
Interesting. Okay.
It's holding out so far, M. Parsons, thankfully. Who is the only active MLB player with 3 World Series rings? Justin Verlander, Mookie Betts, Kike Hernandez, or Freddie Freeman? They've all had some success in the postseason, but 3 rings, that's a lot. 65%, 39 people went with Mookie Betts, and that is correct. Clean Cards 5 still holding out the lead. Card Dad and Cav, another CCC to be in the top 3. What year are Corbin Carroll's first Bowman Chrome autos? 2018, 2019, 2020, or 2021? I only know this because our friend Filmington was keeping me abreast of the Corbin Carroll market.
It's a unique design.
Yeah, it is. Wow, really good. 30 people got it right. Congratulations. Hey. Rabbit says, no need to worry about Mookie with that stat. Yeah, I think you might be right. Okay, Cav took over. Who is the MLB career leader in runs scored? Babe Ruth, Ricky Henderson, Alex Rodriguez, or Barry Bonds? Some big names on there.
This is a fun stat. I always feel like runs scored gets overlooked, but it's really important.
It does get overlooked. But, man, one guy had a long career on there, and that's Ricky Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
67%. Record all-time home runs leading off a game. Cav, Card Dad, and Donnie in the top 3.
Oh, Clean Cards. What happened?
What set has Mickey Mantle's rookie card? 1951 Bowman, 1952 Topps, 1948 Leaf, or 1961 Fleer? All right, be careful with this one.
There's going to be a fight, Jeff. You know there's going to be a fight.
Yeah, there's going to be a fight, yeah.
Oh,
okay. Very impressive, though. 68% of you went with the actual rookie card. Congratulations. Cav and Card Dad in a dogfight. M. Newbert on the leaderboard. What 2020 set is this Aaron Judge SSP from? Topps Chrome, Stadium Club, or Topps Opening Day? That looks really familiar.
Looks familiar, Jeff. By the way, Clean Cards 5, if you think we haven't noticed the collapse, please know that we have noticed.
85% say Stadium Club.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
Cav, Card Dad, M. Newbert. This is some high scores here. Clean Cards 5, still in the top 5, still within striking distance. What 2018 set is this Aaron Judge SSP from? Is it Topps Chrome, Stadium Club, or Topps Opening Day? And if anybody's looking closely at that top right corner, you might have a little...
You know, I made sure we talked about these 2 cards, Jeff. So they really, yeah. Okay, 72%.
Very good.
That's right, John.
There are a few people that noticed. Card Dad, 1 point over Cav. It's all going to come down to the last question. I'm Newbert in third. Only one National League team has yet to win the NLCS. Which team is it? The A, Washington Nationals, B, Milwaukee Brewers, C, Houston Astros, or D, Chicago Cubs? Direct from the baseball trivia book. Which one is it? 58% say the Milwaukee Brewers. Very impressive.
Yes, that makes me happy. That was a lot of trickery in that question your son chose.
Forgot about the Nationals winning the World Series just a few years ago. Yes, they did. They did win the ALCS in 1982. SFO Sox fan. Third place, M. Newbert. Second place, Card Dad at 680, and first place and winning the 87 top 731.
He answered that last one fast, Jeff.
731. Wow,
awesome.
So 2 guys got all 10 questions correct. That's very
nice.
Good. Very impressive.
Is Card Dad 605? Is that Celeste's dad, or am I confusing Card Dads?
Oh, let us know. Let us know.
Please let us know.
Celeste's dad.
Oh, wow. Fat thumbs on the last question for Donnie. That was a tricky one. I feel like there's 2 levels of trickery that go into that question, and you got to take a second to really think about it. And Cav didn't, but I took a second when I saw it from Jeff.
Yeah, because Houston is now in the American League, but they did win the National League pennant before they switched over, and the Brewers are now in the National League, and they have not. So all you guys talking about being able to watch the 2021 playoffs when you're sad, I don't have that. At least not a way it ends good.
Yeah, you just have to stop watching after a certain time.
Yeah, like after Game 6 against the Cardinals.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Manta was the tough one, Doc. Yeah, Manta one. He says knocked him down. That was a tough one because, I mean, historically that was called a rookie card, kind of like they're teaching kids, Chris, now that Pluto's not a planet, but Pluto was very much a planet when I was growing up.
Listen, Rick and Morty made it very clear that Pluto is not a planet. I won't, once they explained it, then I was completely fine with it. Hold on. So Shane, who is our winner, by the way, congrats. I saw in the comments quite a few people had their best score. So great job. If you like those MVP questions, I was going to do more of those. I wanted to do one that's all those because there's a crazy list of amazing baseball players that never won an MVP.
Yeah.
A lot of not great players did.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of a fun thing to sort of bounce around. Cy Youngs are really tough. But MVPs, I feel like it's a little bit more knowable.
Yeah. Anthony says not Celeste's dad and SD South Dakota, I'm guessing.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And Kenny's South Dakotan. Well.
Interesting. We got Utah. We got South Dakota. I wonder how many states are currently with us tonight.
Yeah, good question.
Anyway, so Shane says, go ahead and rip it, Chris. Enjoy. I dig the self-control to not rip and enjoy the show, buddy. I'm happy to send you one of these, and then you could tell us how you did. The all-star on this one, I believe, is Gary Carter.
Gary Carter.
The all-star
Gary Nair next to him.
Hernandez. And a very, very serious Dwayne Ward.
Look at that little wispy mustache on Dwayne Ward. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, Texas from Ohio. We got Niagara Falls, Canada. I went to school in Rochester, New York. We used to drive right over the border there to go to the casinos in Canada.
Delaware. Did you say Delaware, Chris?
I did not.
Hawaii.
Delaware? Hawaii?
Texas, Nevada. 25 states, John's guess is. All right, well, somebody on the Cracker Research team, count what people are saying in here. See if we get over 25.
Hold on. Clifford Laney says he's from New Jersey. Where? Where in New Jersey? I grew up there. I'm just curious. Nebraska, Indiana, Colorado, Washington, Georgia. Wow.
Mad City, I'm finally getting over that Bucks finish. That was bad. So go Brewers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. What happened? I'm not being a jerk. I straight up don't know.
They lost. They're out. They're done.
Oh,
Third straight first round exit. Their second player got hurt, tore his ACL. He's out all of next year too. That's great. All right, Colorado, Washington, Indiana. Chasing majors is Mile High. Florida, Illinois, Hawaii, Texas.
Wow.
South Carolina. Good job.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Clifford Laney says Scotch Plains. I have been to Scotch Plains, New Jersey. A buddy of mine I went to high school with, I was friends with for about a 3 or 4 year period. We burned bright. Really haven't spoken to him since. Never spoke to him beforehand. It's kind of a weird thing. He lived in Scotch Plains. He had a whole bunch of money. He was a great friend to have. He had an indoor pool and a paddle tennis court in his backyard.
Oh,
so he was living the good life.
Bud Lake, New Jersey, Chris. It's another New Jersey.
That one I'm not familiar with. We definitely did not live near any water.
A lot of Wisconsin folks. Right on, guys.
I see Bud Lake. I see Salem County, New Jersey. That sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. Oh, Royal Benjamin. I'm in North Carolina right now. Oh, Matthew, I'm right there with you, buddy. Okay. And yeah, SFL Sox fan. Yeah, the 3 people that won the opening day boxes, I heard from one of them. I didn't hear anything from Cardboard Showcase, so I assume his was a dud. But I'm curious if any of you guys are with us, how you did on those boxes. We were really hoping there'd be a cool SSP in one of those, but it sounds like there weren't. But we still appreciate the donation. That was a fun to give away. And I felt like there was more intensity that day in trivia than sometimes there is. By Chester. Okay. I know where Chester is.
And Newbert's moving to North Carolina a few short weeks, Chris.
Oh, nice. People are moving into Charlotte. Jeff, I've told you this. I've been flying in and out of Charlotte for 2 years. And every time I come here, like every other month, the airport's bigger. It's just slowly expanding.
That city's been really expanding over the last decade. So that makes sense.
Yeah, they're ready for, I think we can successfully move the Tampa Bay Rays up here without much of a problem. I think they would draw really, really well. While my parents have lived here, I've watched like 3 TJ Maxxes go up. So like this is a growing area. Mine was a dud. All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I was just in Greensboro for last week's Blabbin, Thick Boy said.
Oh, nice. Oh, I see Corona. Maine. I think M. Newbert is our only Maine viewer.
Maine. I love it.
That's a state I have not been to. I've been close, but I never got that far north.
No, I'd love to go there. Man.
ATL Jeff Black says he's in the Congo right now. It's impressive Wi-Fi, I got to say.
That's very impressive. It makes sense that Chris has been to a place called Scotch
Plains, yes, in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Listen,
Card Addicts,
takes a minute.
Formerly from down the road in Echo Park, but in Texas now.
Nice.
All right, we're very well represented. I know sometimes there's some even foreign folks on foreign soil.
Yeah.
Arizona. Oh, Steve Clifton's in Maine.
Nice.
All right.
I was always, when I was young, I was afraid to go to Maine. I think Stephen King scared me away from the entire state.
Little Castle Rock vibes.
But I had like friends in high school that went to a summer camp in Maine, and it just sounded awesome. It was always like outdoorsy.
There's kids from here that go to camp there too, like all the way across the country in Maine. Yeah.
Battery's going to Scotland.
Yeah, let us know if you can watch Blabbin from Scotland.
Yeah. Feel free to shoot me a message. My wife, we've been to Edinburgh and Glasgow, and they're really fun. The bars there are everyone. When you go into a bar in Scotland, it's very different than here. It's like everyone there is just your friend immediately. It's awesome. We enjoyed those cities quite a bit.
D3C, thanks for joining us. It sounds like a long time that you've been there. But yes, please listen to the rest on the way home.
Harry Humstone, it was North Jersey or North-ish. Yes, John, the garbage plates at Nick's. I'm pretty sure I don't know if parts of my digestive system will ever recover from that Rochester staple. ATL Jeff Black, I've never been to Action Park, no, but I did see The Way Back. So I feel like I have been to Action Park.
Hey, M. Parsons, don't discourage this. We need to get our international bona fides up.
Yeah. Well, do the tour of Edinburgh Castle, go into a pub, connect to the Wi-Fi, have a cocktail with us on a Thursday night, and then go back out.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Wow. I am so far behind in some of these. Okay. Let's just zip down here. I saw BJ Surhoff, John. Yes. Garbage plates. I don't know if Charlotte's a pretty big banking hub. I'm not here for anything in that regard.
Yeah, I've heard that.
In Arizona. No way, Matthew. Right, my brother lives in Myrtle Beach. Sometimes he's in here chatting away. I have not seen him tonight. SFL Sox fan says Maine is gorgeous. I've heard that. I think as temperatures rise, Maine is probably a place people like Jeff and I who live in Southern California we should consider moving to.
Just a little drive over there. Just a little drive across the country.
I am way behind here. Oh, yes. Okay. Who's going to Scotland? Thank you for posting this. We did a tour. Megan or my wife and I took my dad, although my dad was technically tanking us, but we were physically taking him, neither here nor there. We did a tour to Loch Ness. to see Urquhart Castle, which I may be mispronouncing, but I'm not saying it again because I'm sure I'll mispronounce it. But it was an awesome tour. Our guide introduced us to this phrase that M. Parsons is saying, "wee drom." Do you want to guess what a wee drom is, Jeff?
Sounds to me like a little drink.
That's exactly what it is. It's a shot of whiskey taken in the morning, which he joined us
In the morning.
I have pictures time-stamped on my phone at it's like, I don't know, our tour was at like 9:15, and here's my wife and my dad and I doing a shot of scotch on the side of the road with the driver, mind you. And then off we went on our tour. So yeah, I would love to, I'll talk about Scotland when you get back. I'd love to hear what you do and things you see. Please let us know. Anyway.
John says, "We dram little buzz." Is that what?
You're not kidding. Okay, sports guy Corey.
Oh, BJ Surhoff, a little BJ Surhoff story. President of an organization called Pathfinders for Autism. Absolutely amazing organization. I also told him he was my favorite player growing up over Ripken. Yeah, he was the number 1 overall pick, Chris. We talked about that before in that 85 draft over Bonds, Larkin, Will Clark. Tough to live up to, but he had a great career.
He did. He was actually a you're going to Glasgow. Oh, I got a funny Glasgow story. Really unrelated to the city. BJ Surhoff was a late season trade pickup for the Braves, one of their deadline acquisitions. Didn't really work out, but he was immediately big in the community, community service wise and charity stuff. So I've heard no bad things whatsoever about BJ Surhoff. So that's awesome. I'm glad you got to meet him. He seems like an all around good guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were on a cruise with my parents. It stopped in Glasgow. We had the day there. My wife wanted to go see 2 paintings at this Glasgow museum. We did a couple other things. We came back. We're at the bar on the front of the ship at night. It was either before or after dinner. Doesn't matter. An elderly woman came up to me. And she's like, she said to me, "I think I saw you today." And I had that sort of sense of dread. When you start running, oh God, what was I doing today? And what is she going to somehow see me do that my wife didn't see me do? And she was like, "Didn't I see you petting a dog outside that museum?"
You're like,
and
even
100%.
If you didn't remember, that you would know once she said that that was you.
Yeah, that was absolutely me. And that began a series of ports. It was 5 ports in a row where I pet a dog and someone on the ship was like, "Didn't I see you petting a dog?" I'm like, yeah. So I just became known as that guy who pets dogs, which I think honestly is probably the best thing I've ever been known for in my life, Jeff.
Yeah, that's a pretty good moniker to have, dog petter.
Okay. Oh, sports guy Corey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was excited. He was having a great year. Okay. All right. So one other, before we get to the card that I very selfishly, and Jeff, you can agree or disagree, would determine to be the winner. I want to talk about this little run of cards we saw.
Is it the one I posted?
No. that would be mean, right, to everyone else?
Great.
So we saw some really cool heritage throwbacks today.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
And this one is awesome. This is a post from our good friend Ephus Pitch. Don't judge him by that check mark. He's a good guy. But check out his post and give it a read if you can. Bryce Harper was his dad's favorite player. And it's one of the reasons he collects Bryce Harper. And this is just a really cool Bryce Harper throwback card. And there's only 2 of these graded across all grading companies. So these early throwbacks, Jeff, are crazy rare.
Yeah, it's a Senators jersey, right?
Yes, I believe it's either Senators or Grays. Honestly, my eyes aren't focusing like they used to.
But yeah, it's great. I loved seeing all the throwbacks. There's some really cool ones today, like there have been the last couple months. So very cool.
Sam Hill, no, but I have had hot dogs in some pretty unusual places. But no, definitely petting a dog. I've caused many tours to thank you. I've caused many tours to be late and slow down because there's a dog that I have to stop and pet. It's a blessing and a curse, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So I really like that throwback, Jeff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my favorite throwback that I saw today.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is our next podcast, actually. hot dogs in unusual places. I'm trying to think of the other throwbacks.
What if I told you that this one had a rookie shield that it shouldn't have had?
A rookie shield that it shouldn't have had.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
just Bobby Witt Jr.
I didn't even see this one. Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
Is that a Monarchs jersey?
I think it is. I think it is. Kansas City Monarchs with a gold cup and inexplicably a rookie card jersey, but a rookie card thing. But this is awesome.
That's a really cool card. Wow. I've never seen that before. I didn't see it today. That's great.
I've only seen it once before, and honestly, it may have been the same Instagram account. So this is JB Cards 1991. I feel because I remember it being in a one touch with a sticker the last time I saw it. So maybe this is the only copy of this card I've ever seen. But this is really, really cool. Of course, Top screwed it up by putting the stupid RC on there. Of course they did. But if anything, that almost just makes it more endearing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chris Palmer, absolutely. If we were to show and someone had this, like immediate buy.
I'd rather have that on there than forget to put. I'd rather have an extra something on there than forgetting to put it on or not putting it on. Like sometimes they don't put the rookie cup on the variations.
Yes. Yeah, this card is awesome. I just keep looking at it. This is one of the ones I shared, and then I just went back and I've looked at it like 4 or 5 times today. So JB Cards 1991. If you're happy to be watching at any point, congrats, man! Awesome card.
I gotta go seek that one out. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that one.
No, I love that his cleats match the coloring. Like he put it together.
The wristband. It looks like a wristband on his right hand, and he's got the oven mitt on the left.
Yeah, that's just really cool.
Very cool.
I don't remember them ever. I never saw this game. I guess I don't remember seeing highlights from this. But
nor do I.
What a card!
So
and while we're talking about, go ahead, Jeff.
That game would have been what 2022.
Probably 2023. I think this is a 2024. Wait, no, this is 2023. You're right. I'm sorry. Because his rookie was 2022. This is 2023. So yes, this would have taken place in 2022.
In 2022, yeah. That's what he always asks.
Okay. All right. Cardboard Showcase. That's the other one. Yeah. EFIS must have this in its head. Big, yeah. That's just so cool. And while we're talking about these throwbacks, Jeff, it really does stink that we didn't get. Maybe they're holding them all back for high number, but it stinks these are not in 2025 Series 1 Heritage.
Yeah. Chris, my thought on that, I was discussing that with somebody, and I'm wondering if the decision to get away from that is because they're putting all of their efforts into the City Connect. Fanatics is really pushing those City Connect uniforms. Teams are wearing a lot more of the City Connect. So I believe that's still in the checklist, right? The City Connect.
I think so. With a checklist not quite as questionable as the 2024 high number checklist.
Oh, I think Nunzi just brought that up.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's might be the cause of it, that we're not seeing the teams wear as many throwbacks because they're wearing the City Connects more. So it's disappointing. I would love to see them go back to that, but I don't know if they will.
Yes. Gareth Miller asks, what set is this from? This is from 2023 Topps Heritage. But please don't think you can buy a hobby box and pull this. The odds were like close to 1 in 1,000 for just any. It might be more than that for any throwback. And there's probably like 10 or 15 on the checklist. So your odds are astronomical to ever pull this. But if you're at a show or something and you see it, I don't care what the condition is. If it's a PSA 5, just buy the card.
Yeah, like if you see a Magic Johnson Lakers jersey, whatever the condition, you should just grab it at a show.
All right. Criticism accepted. Noted.
It's two separate things, Nunzi. They have the City Connect and the throwback. So, for example, like Otani in 2022 at least has both the City Connect variation and the throwback variation. So it's two separate things.
Okay. I love this, by the way. People. I wasn't strong enough. So yeah, the odds were way more astronomical than even I said. So 1 in 10,000 with 10 cards, 15 cards on the checklist. So yeah. I mean, yeah. So you're telling them, but yeah, someone said, I hope the Braves
buy some boxes.
Yeah, Yeah, buy a couple retail boxes and see what happens. Yeah, I love the Braves throwback jerseys. They're awesome. I'm wearing one right now. There's a lot of Hank Aaron stuff. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not me. That's Jeff. That's Jeff is gone. That's not me. Oh, God, it might be me. Is it me?
What?
Son of a bitch.
What?
No,
You're not
no,
gone.
it's not me. It's not me. That's Jeff.
What?
Oh, you're back. Okay.
I could hear you the whole time.
Okay.
I may have frozen, but I could hear you the whole time.
Really? All right. Yeah, I was watching on my phone just to see, because I did see before. I was definitely like in a weird.
We're both here. Thanks, Carlisle. We may not know each other, but somebody.
This is a great question. If someone wants to, I don't know the answer to it.
No idea.
What's the price range on? It's whatever the hell the seller wants. I would guess the basement price would be like $1,200.
Yeah, I was thinking 1,500.
So, Skynet fellas, Chris just had a psychotic episode. I wouldn't be shocked. So all we can put this into perspective. There's the Ohtani version of this is sitting on eBay right now in a PSA 10 for about $4,000.
Yeah,
and I don't think that price is completely crazy. So I would say
it's a little high. I think it should be more like 2,500 to $3,000. But given that, I would say this is a good half of that.
Yes.
I remember this. I don't remember when it was.
Don't they do it every year?
They do?
Well, because it's for Players Weekend. I feel like there's at least one game every year where the guys get to put their nicknames on a jersey. I think they do it every year around Players Weekend.
Isn't that when they all had like white jerseys?
Like that crazy, oddly, uncomfortably sexual Bo Bichette card where he's like looking over his shoulder, and
exactly.
I can't have that card.
Yeah.
But I think they do it. I think they do it every year.
Yeah, Affinity Card says they do. I think they're a little more restrictive on maybe the names. I don't think we're going to see Dick Mountain.
No.
Well, he might come back just for Players Weekend. Somebody should sign him just to come back.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be PG-13. Yeah, there you go. That's very similar. Those were horrible. That was just an embarrassment all around. Did I say that?
No, I think John, maybe you said it, but he was talking about the Rookie Cup and the Rookie Shield both being on here when they shouldn't be.
Yes, I said stupid Rookie Shield. Yeah, the Cup is great because this is his second-year card. It's that stupid RC on there. They did it with it was Louis Robert in 2021, Jeff, who had it as well in Heritage the year after.
Oh, in Heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2019, I remember they put for Ohtani, they put it on at least the tops, like the 84 design. They put the RC on there.
Would you buy a Terminator card? I
had some T2 cards when I was a kid. Yeah, there were no autos in there though, sadly. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I mean, I don't. When there was a list going around, I should find it real quick. But like Topps signed a whole bunch of Hollywood people and celebrities to autograph deals. So we're gonna get more pop culture cards for sure. But yeah, if there was a Terminator 2 set like in Chrome with Schwarzenegger autos or Linda Hamilton autos, like her just doing pull-ups in the mental hospital, I'm buying that card 100%, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't seen these yet. Like you said, they've been agreeing to these contracts, and it'd be fun to see some of them pop up in baseball card sets.
Oh yeah, just a random. I mean, people would complain for sure. So the only person who pulled it was someone who didn't want it. Like my hit in this box was an Arnold auto instead of a Jonah Bride. Joseph C says, "What's the print run?" I would say 30 or less. Like it's low. It's really low.
Really low. And I think similar to what we've talked about before with a lot of other cards, they might get half of them might never see the light of day. These come in boxes where there's a lot of cards. People that are opening the boxes might not even know that it's a special card, might not even know it's a throwback. So yeah, I think there's a lot of them that don't get pulled.
Yes, I would love a copy of this card as well. Although I have to point out, and M. Parsons, if you're still with us, if you haven't just signed off or moved on with your life, we were watching an episode of that John Mulaney Everyone's Live on Netflix. Like sometimes I really like John Mulaney, sometimes not so much. His show's a little bit scatterbrained. It actually has a similar vibe to our show, Jeff.
Yeah.
But he did an interview with a lot of the stunt people that were in Terminator 2, and one of the stunt guys said that was him actually being lowered into the lava with the thumb up. So I don't know.
Was it
By the
real
way,
lava?
when I'm back home, I will show you guys. I have a big Terminator 2 poster in my like man cave baseball room that I would love to show you guys. I don't have it. Obviously, I'm not there.
You get that signed.
I would love to get that signed. It needs like a big silver marker. Oh yeah.
I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and really, it's only Blabbin about Slabbin cards that I'm going to be signing. So those are still waiting for printing someday. If we can get that Star Wars card, that would be great.
Yeah, I don't know if you put this up already, but yeah, Nunzi 15 to 17. So yeah, we're talking about sub 20 cards for the throwbacks. And yes, so yeah, you know it's real because he reenacted the thumbs up. So he was able to make a similar thumbs up on the Mulaney show. So you know
that's the same. Got to be the same thumb. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Doc. I feel like if you were in a pool in the mid to late 90s, for sure you're doing the slow thumbs up,
slow falling down.
That movie is so good, Jeff. It's so
really good. And the technology that they were fearing, a lot of it's becoming reality. A little longer than it took in the movie, but it's right? Coming.
All right. Well, that concerns me that you're aware of liquid metal people and I'm not, but we'll have to have that conversation.
That part's not here yet, but okay. The artificial intelligence.
Yeah, seriously. By the way, have you guys read? Jeff and I in a video we're putting out later. In a couple days we talk about things that we get annoyed at in the hobby, and things on eBay is one of them. But we didn't talk about this. Do you guys ever read the AI generated descriptions that some sellers use on eBay?
Yes.
They are phenomenal. I feel like that's like a bathroom reading book waiting to happen. Someone should just be copying and pasting all of this into a book and selling it.
Yeah, it's very. It tells me that the seller is a very unserious person. When you read through some of these, it's absurd. But
I mean, you see the word "must have" so many times. Chasing Majors, thank you. We got some print runs coming in.
2022, a little less.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, John, I think we could talk about this list. We should do a movie live some night. We just talk about
yeah.
It. There's no any respectable list of the best action movies ever. T2's in the top 5, or I think the list doesn't even count. It's easily top 5. It's near. I will say its only flaw, I think, is that you really should have watched the first one to understand it. But I don't think that should be counted against it. If you were
it does really help to watch the first one, but
yeah.
QDGen, I use the AI description. Why not? Well, I mean, I guess
it's okay. Like a lot of people don't read it, but it's just funny. There's like a lot of the wording in it is just very strange. It's
like this is a must-have for any collector.
Oh man, I want to try to find one, but I'll just click around eBay and not find one. It'll drive me crazy.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, like I think it's fine. Like most people just look at the card, they look at what condition you listed in, and that's it. But
the Rabbit said the best one I've read is all cards are poor to gem.
Yeah. But it's great. It's like this card was produced by Topps from their factory, and it came in this set, which is a set that people revere as like
in the year 2018 the set was released. This card is a must-have for any sports card collector.
Yes, Tanner Klein. That phrase is in every single one. It doesn't matter if it's like a 1987 Topps Lou Whitaker or if it's like an Aaron Judge rookie gold refractor. That phrase is going to be in there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Stewie, this has been an issue ever since they got started. They've been getting better with this, but Chris and I ran into this as well. So,
but have they allowed you to correct the titles? Like, are they quick with the corrections? Because when you and I first used that vault, amazing. The titles came out like they were written by someone who'd never looked at a baseball card before. But when we submitted corrections, it was fairly fast. They were all like within 24 hours.
They were able to make the changes. Yeah, I give them credit for that.
Yeah. So Stewie, were they? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sounds like it's having to fight with them. So that's
well, that's not good.
That's disappointing. I'm sorry to hear that. PSA Vault is so bad, says cute. I don't want to hear this stuff. Like, I mean, that's not, I do want to hear it if it's true. I'm saying I wish it weren't true. I wish PSA, they're so important to our hobby, Jeff. They can't be screwing stuff like this up.
No, and it seems like if they just hired somebody who was in the hobby, it'd be easier to get it right. God is great. Thanks for joining us from Japan.
By the way, John says the first Terminator scared him of industrial presses. and he's never been near one, yeah, there's no reason to ever go near
Yeah,
one.
well, I mean, unless you're
I fully
working
support
in a
that fear.
factory.
Yeah, do not ever go near one.
Stewie is calling you out for bringing up eBay and then complaining about PSA.
Yeah, that's fair. That's perfectly fair. I like the idea of the PSA vault, Jeff. I do, because that feels like they're such a big part of this hobby that them holding our cards in a secure, like, I'm okay with that, but they should know what the cards are to list them on eBay. That's concerning. Like, who at PSA doesn't know what the card is?
Yeah. Yeah, that's concerning.
Hold on. Yeah, Cutie Day. There's always a weird factory in those Terminator movies. Okay, all right, hold on. We have, all right, so Jeff, I got 2 more cards here. Okay, before one and then the winner.
All right.
Winner is a strong word.
Affinity Churio's been in assembly for 9 days. Our assembly was really long on our last order. It got there and we were waiting any day, and it was probably 8 or 9 business days.
Thorson, I'm sorry. Who is your? I assume you're talking hockey
or basketball.
Yeah, or basketball. But I think he's a hockey guy. Who's your team? I'm a very casual New York Rangers fan because that was the first sports team I ever loved. They didn't even make the playoffs, so I watched the zero hockey this year. That's not true. I watched the what was it called, Jeff? Like the tournament where U.S. played Canada, and David won it. I don't even know what that was called, but I watched that game.
Like the something cup, the internet Cup of Nations. I don't know.
It's embarrassing when you and I
countries, one cup. I don't know.
I feel like we should have to know other sports better than we. At least I should. You at least
Four
know
nations. Four nations.
Okay, 4 nations. All right. Minnesota Wild. So you guys don't care about my life, but my sister and her husband, they lived in Minnesota for a long time. So they're big Vikings and Wild fans. And I did see my brother-in-law checking his phone tonight, but he left. They left kind of quickly. Maybe he ran back to watch the game. So that stinks for him. I'm sorry for you. 4 Nations Cup. Okay. Hold on. What is this? I don't see what this covers. Jeff, I just saw this comment, and I'm trying to figure out what this is in reference to.
Oh, it's it's ATL Jeff Black brought this up. The 100 humans versus 1 gorilla, who takes the win. So there's a lot of theories going on in here.
Yeah. Eventually the people, but at least 30 to 40 people are dead. But for sure.
Entertaining. I mean, that's going to be all in the eye of the beholder. So I can see some people preferring that.
I enjoy Predator, and I really enjoy the behind the scenes Jean-Claude Van Damme footage. But and there's no greater handshake in cinematic history than in Predator. But Terminator 2 is by far the superior movie.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. But Predator is very entertaining.
Yes, it has its place. And when I need to watch a movie with a bunch of men sweating and not that kind of movie, Predator is what I'm watching.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. Okay, sorry. If the humans were the Savannah Bananas, the gorillas win. Easy. That one's easy. All right, so BFG, good friend of the show, posted this card, and I wanted to use this card to sort of talk to you guys and ask what you think about Mike Trout. Because if you saw the video Jeff and I posted today, we are terrified about what his production means for him.
Did he play tonight, Chris? Because I know he said he was going to.
Ooh, good question. I don't.
He said he felt like he'd be back in the lineup today. Just was a
fair,
little weird.
Right before he tore his meniscus a second time. So I don't know. Hold on.
And the calf injury, he said that too.
And then he missed the entire season. Oh,
I'm looking at the lineup, and he is not in there. So do with that what you will.
Yeah, he sat out.
He'll sat out, but he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be okay though. And I think so. If you didn't watch Jeff and my video, I'll give you the Cliff's Notes. It's not a great way to pump a video, but we are essentially concerned. I think me a little more than Jeff that Trout's hobby. Well, That Trout's basically done as being
Relevant?
hobby relevant.
Yeah.
In 20 years, no one's going to care about Mike Trout. That he'll basically just be the other guy. We'll talk about how great Pujols was. He had 700 home runs. We'll talk about Ohtani. We'll talk about Judge. No one's going to care about Mike Trout. That's my fear, and I'm curious how you guys feel about this. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not quite as far down the rabbit hole as Chris is. As far as hobby relevance, I do see that there's a very real chance that he'll be brushed off the front page. I feel like as time goes on, in terms of historical and baseball relevance, he'll still be talked about and remembered. But that doesn't do a lot for the hobby. So I don't know. His cards, his hobby is in a precarious position.
Yeah, I'm seeing like he was too good to be forgotten. By the way, BFG, this card is awesome. I think that was him who just commented. I love this card. That's one of his best. Jeff and I are both we get irritated when Topps continues to put out Mike Trout signing autographs, SSPs like that. This is cool. And by the way, his arm goals, fellas. Like when we point, that's what you want your bicep to look like.
Yeah.
Jawline, not so much, but bicep 100%. Yeah, his WAR is great. I saw that when Trout is Mantle without the rings, but he isn't. Like Mantle had 536. Is it 63 or 36?
536, I believe.
Okay. We do. It's those numbers. I just don't know the order. Someone will tell us. But those are the numbers that matter, I think. Like we remember those numbers, Jeff. People don't talk about WAR numbers. They just don't. We know what that number means. We know what the stat means, but it's not memorable. 62 is memorable. 73 is memorable. 715, 755, 762. We know those numbers.
Yeah, it's just, he does have the 3 MVPs. So
M. Newbert says it's Reggie that is 563. Dang it. All right, thanks, buddy.
Sports guy Corey. And fair or unfair, this is definitely a take that people have on Trout because they very clearly said that if he wanted to go somewhere else, they would entertain offers for him. And that's before he was completely broken down. I think that's the only thing that's going to save his hobby relevancy is to get traded.
I would agree.
Chris's favorite trade is sending him to the Phillies, which
favorite's a strong word, Jeff. I don't want him playing there, but for him, that's his best case scenario.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, Jay Marble, absolutely, but he isn't. And why would the Phillies trade for? The Phillies currently have the worst player in baseball, who's Alec Boehm. And if they added Mike Trout, whose WAR currently, for you WAR darlings, Jeff, it's still negative.
Yeah. And if he's hurt, I don't see that going up anytime soon.
A lineup with Trout, Schwarber, and Alec Boehm that's not a playoff lineup. Yeah, peeps. Yeah, he had 18. The number 18 for Mickey Mantle, to me, is the number that I will always associate with Mickey Mantle.
Women in one night?
What'd you say?
Women in one night?
Home runs in the World Series.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, Plummerman says he has to move 100%. What if he wins the WBC? Yeah, the Rabbit, he launches a game-tying home run off Ohtani in that at-bat. For sure that helps his cards.
And then he still gets hurt 29 games into that season. So
that at-bat was going to be replayed a million times, whoever won or lost. And, unfortunately for him, Ohtani threw the perfect slider and he lost.
Thanks, M. Parsons. That's how I'm trying to get there.
Damn right. Yeah, that's super impressive. ATL Jeff Black, 18 encounters with women under the bleachers. Probably.
That's probably, yeah. I would take the over on that, but.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, I don't know what Mike Trout is the modern day Ernie Banks, like an incredible career, but never sniffs the postseason. Banks never played a postseason game. Trout played 3.
There again, though, he's still a 500 home run club member.
That's true.
And this is a great point, but I thought the transition to right field would be a little bit easier than it has been. It's been atrocious for him. I thought he'd be able to transition there and then have another, say, 2 or 3 very good seasons and then a few good seasons before calling it a career, but it's not looking like that.
Yeah, I want to just acknowledge a few very funny comments here. Seven Costanza. I'll get to that one. Someone said SFO Sox fan said ATL Jeff Black, that's in 1966 alone. But yeah, Seven Costanza points out the contract. So that is about $185 million for 5 years. So given that he currently is hitting $170, Jeff, with as many, like, he's got like, what are the 7 home runs, 8 home runs, but like 20 total hits, I think.
9 home runs, 17 hits.
Thank you. The Angels are going to have to eat money or take a bunch of dead money back. And I don't see the Angels owner being willing to do that because he's just so awful.
Yeah. And there's no question about this, Donnie. There's absolutely no question about it.
Was anyone arguing the other?
No.
Even in the late 60s when the Yankees were bad, they would still beat every iteration of Trout's Angels teams for sure.
And not only were they better and he had better teams, but the Yankees are more collected as a franchise, far more than the Angels.
Sports guy Corey says the number 18 is actually beers in one game while he was playing, and he probably hit 2 home runs in that game.
That's probably right.
Yeah. And yeah, John, there is a thing here about Willie Mays' stats. You're right, but Willie Mays has other stats. Willie Mays has 660 home runs, and that's a number that I think most of us know. Is Trout going to end up? I mean, what would you ballpark his final home run total at? It's hard to say 500 is doable at this point, Jeff.
Yeah, and 3 years ago, you'd have thought that was a foregone conclusion.
Right?
I mentioned this in the video, but he hasn't played more than 140 games since 2016. It's almost an entire decade that he's not played more than 140 games, and he only did that one time in that time.
Yeah. All right, Stewie, coming for me personally. 100% right now, yes. Absolutely. But this one's not done yet. This is definitely not done. If this is who Trout is, if Trout completely falls off, if Trout totally falls off at age 33 and he's basically done being productive, Acuna has a chance to be more memorable. But as of right now, yes, you're 100% right. Trout more memorable than Acuna. I mean, 3 MVPs to 1. They both have a Rookie of the Year. Acuna went, although maybe, I don't know, was 40-70 more memorable than? Can anyone tell me a specific stat that Trout had during his MVP run?
No, 3 MVPs.
3 MVPs, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 8 years of 7 or 8 years in a row of top 2 or 3 MVPs, but like 40-70 is pretty memorable.
Agreed.
Again, Trout's way better for way longer. Please don't come at me saying I'm saying Acuna's better than Trout, but I think 40-70 will stick in people's heads a little bit. But yeah, as of right now, for sure, Trout more memorable than Acuna.
So Thorson, same age as Judge, yes, and that's something we talked about. If any of you guys watch us on Spitballin', which we appreciate, we had a big discussion about Judge versus Trout. Was that on the Patreon, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a Patreon account over there where we throw up extra videos, and this one we went in depth on the Judge versus Trout debate. And yes, they're the same age. But Judge started much later, and he seems to be getting healthier as he gets older, and Trout the exact opposite.
Yeah, absolutely miraculously, Judge couldn't stay on the field from age like 25 to 30, and suddenly now, and I'm not suggesting anything, suddenly now he seems to be healthier. And it's almost as if all that time he missed, like Trout came up at 20. So he had like 5 years on Judge before Judge even stepped foot on a Major League Baseball field.
Yep.
And it's almost like all those early years, all those innings in center field for Trout have caught up to him. And to Judge, they aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great point, ATL Jet Black. And earlier he said he thinks Trout's got 100 to 150 home runs left in him. It's possible. That contract is going to mean they'll keep playing him.
They got to keep throwing him out there as long as he's healthy. And I've said this too, that I knew he was eventually going to get into an accumulation phase, but I thought it'd be more like hitting 250 with 35 to 40 home runs.
And that would start 3 years from now.
And it would start at age 35. Yeah.
I hope it's premature. Thorson, I think, said that. I hope it's premature. I hope it's just a bad month. He's got a little mechanical flaw. I am like, please do, yes, Thorson. Like Jeff and
I would love nothing more because baseball's better when he's out there and healthy.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of money in Mike Trout cards, but Mike Trout is a guy I've always rooted for. He's from New Jersey, and he's a tank. He's awesome, and we want to see him be great. We want to see him be great in the playoffs, even if it's wearing a gosh darn Phillies uniform. Maybe the Mets are more likely, Jeff. Someone said even if he gets traded to San Diego, the jersey sales alone would pay for the contract. And
it's true. I mean, a change of scenery is what it's going to take to cause excitement in his cards and hopefully in his hobby value or his real value as well on the field. All right.
Sorry.
Somebody wanted to take the Trout off there. But while it's off, I did want to show the card that we got that I posted today, which is one of my favorite cards.
Yes.
And it's this Vlad Jr. and Vlad Sr. card. Since we first saw this image, and this is what's called an Ultra SP from 2021, they called it that. Since we first saw the image for this card, we've been wanting to get it. And I said in my post today, it just is a good reminder of everything that we love about baseball. Just the relationship between fathers and sons, being out there having fun, the passage of time. Look at little Vladdy there.
Oh, yeah. It's just such a
Hall of Fame.
Really fun card. SFO Sox fan, if you're still here, if you graded your copy, please let us know how that did. Hopefully we both, I would love to see a pair of 9s. That'd be great.
Yep.
WM Walker, I will check this out. I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but I will for sure check it out. Oof. I see someone else saying, oh boy. Hold on. I want to find this Wilsey Junior Senior Spell card. Yeah, they're Maya, you're right. And there's that junior, the two Guerreros, and I think it's an update. And of course, Cardboard Showcase has one on his page. There's a one with Griffey Jr. and his dad as well. I'm pretty sure that's an Ultra SP and update with like Kevin Biggio and Yastrzemski's, I think.
Yeah. Boy,
this is not coming from us. This is pure speculation, wild, unsubstantiated speculation, the best kind of speculation, Jeff. This comes from Wilsey suggesting that Trout had an MRI today, and he is suggesting a partial re-tear of the meniscus. Who the hell did that first surgery? Some kid playing a board game, Jeff?
It could have been operation.
I hope not. I really hope not. But I will tell you, if that has happened, let's just say for the sake of argument that's happened, then it's done. Like the hobby, he's done. The cards, the value in his cards is gone. And I would say the same thing with Acuna. If Acuna comes back and like breaks his back, then it's probably all gone, and that stinks. I also think Acuna could come back and win NLCS MVP, but that's neither here nor there. I'm also wearing an Acuna jersey as we speak.
SFO Sox fans not graded. Yes, it's a great. Thank you, peeps. It is a great card. Seven Costanza is wondering the print run. If Chasing Majors is still here, he probably could give us a better answer. Chris, do you?
I would say 30 or less.
Yeah,
I had to guess those Ultra SPs out of 2022. I would say 30 or less. 40 tops. I mean, I'm trying to think with the Freeman and Acuna in Series 1. I think there's like maybe 10 graded.
Yeah,
I would say 30 or less. Oh, SFO Sox fan, I do like that card. And yeah, dual autos would be pretty sick. Okay. All right. It's 2 hours, Jeff. You ready for the winner of SSP Thursday?
Let's see the winner.
All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Again, this is all based on opinion, and I am the most biased person on earth. But I'm giving the crown to Benor 14 Sports Cards. And a card is not. There we go.
Yeah.
2014 Topps Chrome. These are, talk about print runs, I'd say 20 or less. It's David Ortiz holding up 3 World Series rings and a World Series MVP ring. Yeah.
Big Poppy. He has some great Chrome SSP cards. Of course, we talk a lot about the one of him in front of the flag, but this is one you rarely see.
This card, Doc's cards, I'm still chuckling about that. This is awesome. This is 2014 Topps Chrome, maybe 20, 25, maybe 30 of this card, whoever printed. How many exist? I don't know. There are 4 graded by BGS, 0 at SGC, and 0 at PSA. And we know of a gentleman who's also going for this set who has a raw copy. So that is 5 copies that are known in the universe, at least to us. So who knows? I chloroform my wife on Thursday nights. She still hasn't caught on. All right, whatever you got.
We haven't seen much of this either. 7 Costanza. Are you asking about this card, or is this the
yes,
flag
this
card?
This is what I was going to get to. The one negative about this card, the thing that and it's the thing Topps does that I absolutely hate. Jeff hates it. You all hate it. They reuse images. So yes, 7 Costanza, this near exact image, I think it's cropped slightly differently, is his 2019 Topps SP, which is not wildly available, but significantly more available than this.
So is it similar to the flag, the paper version of the?
Yeah, the only way that's different is those are both in 2013.
Yeah.
So Topps knew what they were doing with that card. They had there's a rare paper version and a super rare chrome version the same year it happened, because they knew this is an incredible event. This one, I think they just forgot they used it in chrome 5 years later, and they threw it in flagship in Series 1.
SFO Sox fans, is also Stadium Club Chrome horizontal card of this as well.
I cannot confirm or deny that. I do not know.
Two Hobbies is confirming that.
All right. Well, geez. Now I got to look this up. I didn't know there was a Stadium Club. I know there's a I know that the flag, there's also a Stadium Club version of the flag, but it's vertical in a different angle.
Yes, different angle.
I mean, Topps goes, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I get this. The thing is, there's a lot of passionate Red Sox fans, a lot of passionate Ortiz fans, and also some crazy people like Chris and I who are trying to put together tough sets. And there are a lot of steroid users in these particular tough sets that we're trying to put together. So it's just part of the challenge.
I mean, yeah, he was. There's no real confirmation that he used. He probably did. I would say anyone who played on the Red Sox and Yankees in 2003 and 2004, I would give an 80% chance that they did something at some point in their careers. I mean, those ALCSs were nuts.
Yeah,
absolutely nuts. Peeps, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for joining us. But I don't blame any of those guys. I really don't. Everyone was doing it. A large bunch of the hobby was doing it. David Ortiz is, if you are a Red Sox fan, or honestly, if you're a fan of anyone but the Yankees, I think you have to love this guy. He's rocking what my wife and I call a no tee in this photo, which is the reverse goatee, which is really weird to look at. The more you look at it, the weirder it gets, Jeff. It just gets
a no tee. I like that name.
But this card's awesome. And it just showed, like, he had one of the best World Series ever in 2013. I think he hit we had this on the show, 588 for that World Series. I'm pretty sure that number came up in the comments. To win World Series MVP, which I believe he's holding as one of those rings. This is just an awesome card.
Yeah. And I have. It wasn't great. It wasn't great that a lot of guys were using stuff that could damage their bodies and being bad role models, etc. But it was the culture of the game, and it was encouraged by management and the powers that be, and that's how these guys got their contracts and made money. And they're facing other guys who also were doing it, so it's tough to take a moral stance against it without being in that.
Yeah, like seriously. I don't blame them all. I do blame Jerks and Profar, but that's neither here nor there. Fishiest Fish, which by the way, I love that username. That's awesome. Just picked up a PSA 9 Finest Freddy Refractor, and it may be that 2011 Finest set. Don't even get me started. We'll be
Chris has been talking about that for years.
I love it. Beautiful card, great shine, A+, nice pickup.
Yeah.
7 Costanza. Yeah, the more he looks at it, the more he likes it. Sorry.
I was just going to say this. Just what Wills was saying. Yeah.
He's the Barkley of baseball, but with titles.
Yes.
And not just titles that he was carried to or he was around for. Titles. This dude had back-to-back walk-offs in an ALCS, Jeff, where the Red Sox they were down. They would have, if they lost the game, the season's over. And he had back-to-back walk-offs. Like, that's nuts.
And if it wasn't for his feet, he'd probably still be playing, because he had one of the greatest last seasons of anybody in baseball history.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to our unofficial winner of SSP Thursday, but there were some awesome cards.
I'm sorry we didn't post more cards. It's been a hell of a day for me, and I'm sure it's been a hell of a day for Jeff as well.
But I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be back for an SSP Thursday. It was a lot of fun.
Sports guy Corey saying something you and I say to each other all the time. Like, we won't let any of those guys in the Hall of Fame, but we will let the commissioner who didn't care what they were doing into the Hall of Fame. I don't get it. It seems silly.
Yeah, and the fact that there's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame who did use as well.
Right?
Either showed up.
I mean, if you ever watched an Eric Gagne, Barry Bonds at bat on YouTube, I mean, come on,
Yeah.
that's must see. There's one in particular, Jeff. I could talk about this all night, where I guess they had met and they had an agreement. If Bonds wasn't the tying run, Gagne would just go at him with fastballs.
Yep.
And it's awesome. It's like 101, 102, 101, 102,
Yes.
and eventually Bonds
Throw
gets
in
him.
heat. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
And Bonds gets him. Yeah, YouTube that if you haven't seen it. So yeah, it's tough to look back at with today's standards, you might say.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with us. I know we've been a little long here tonight, but it's good. Chris, what time is it over there where you are? Got to be past 11 o'clock.
It is 11:10.
Is the TV still on out there?
I went out. I turned it off. Yeah, parents are asleep. TV's on. I am going to sit here and drink water for a little bit before I get in the car because I spent a lot of blabbing tonight. But I love a good SSP Thursday.
Thank you, everybody. Please check out the video that we posted earlier today about players that we're concerned about. Let us know if we're off or right to be concerned about some of those. And please also check us out on the Spitballin' Cards channel. Yes, thank you, I'm Parsons. Congrats again to Jay Skrilla. Thank you for your service. Thank you for all the service people out there that are watching over all of us and allowing us to do this. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, Jeff and I, we have a video coming up where we're going to talk about Corbin Carroll cards. If there's another player that you guys would love to hear us sort of like break down their cards and stuff that we think is great and worth your time, shoot us a message or leave us a comment in here and we'll get to it. I love doing video. We love doing videos like that.
Yep, absolutely. So please hit that like and subscribe. If you're not at your parents' house, give them a call and tell them you love them. Hug your pets and let us know if you have any questions. Find us on Instagram or post down below. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you soon.
Oh, play us out, Jeff.
Yep, we're going to play it out.
Oh, there we go.